Hello and good morning. Thank you for joining me. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Hop on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Also, let me know if it's your first time watching me. We're going to get started. A couple of reminders. If you like that mug that I had or any other stamping apparel or mugs, go to stampersdelightshop.com and check out the stamping items we have for you or stampers in your life. This is the June One Sheet Wonder Club that Donna Gray and I have that we've been doing each month. This is the last month we will be doing this. So you want to get in on that. We will be coming up with something else in the next couple of months, so stay tuned. Don't forget about the Designer Series paper sale. Say that 10 times fast in the morning. Let me have another sip of coffee because I got a frog or something in my throat here. Every time I get on. Don't forget about the paper sale. Also, when you place an order with me this month, you will get 2 card kits and downloadable PDF. You do need the circle sayings or other sentiments to put that together. It can be any order at all. Good morning, Becky, Deb, Denise, my Tia. Thank you for tuning in. I'm not sure if I said your name right. I apologize. Also, my July online, oh my gosh, excuse me. My July online Fun Fold class is with the Bright&Beautiful. Always when I go live. So you're going to want to check all that out. All the links will be below when I'm done. Also, still shots will be on my blog, stampersdelight.com. Don't forget to sign up for my free newsletter with free tutorials and downloadable PDFs. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, and spread the word to all your friends. Okay? All right, let's get started here. So I'm going to flip the camera. Today, what I'm going to do, since Father's Day is on Sunday, I'm going to use the Let's Go Fishing Suite. Now, if you watched my One Sheet Wonder, I did use one of those sheets this week for the One Sheet Wonder. And this can be found on page 78. Hi, Bernadine. There's a team member. Oh, yes. And don't forget, this month, oh my gosh, I wish I could rejoin. They have a great new starter kit. For $155, for $99, you get $155 of product of your choice, plus all your business supplies. You get access to the Stampin' Up! Website. You get, just to start, 20% off your orders. So even if you don't want to do this as a business, you can save some money. You also get access to my Facebook team page, my chats, my one-on-one coaching if you want to do this as a business. So definitely check the starter kit out. You have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. It was the best decision I ever made 22 years ago. All right, so here is the stamp set Gone Fishing. You just ordered the bundle, Janice? Great, you're going to love it. And then here are the dies. Now, it does say Happy Father's Day, but I want you to remember, you got a congratulations, you got a retirement, great for masculine birthday cards. And here's all the dies. Before I show you samples, I want to show you this die right here. Because when you cut this out, and it'll make more sense when you see my card, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And there's a reason I'm going to do that first. You'll see. I love little tips and tricks, don't you? So I am going to cut this out in very vanilla, or you could do the basic white. Don't worry, that cracking is just because my plates are old. They're still working fine. Now let me bring this in. So when you take this off, you have this outer edge, which of course we can use and put the little fish and stuff in there. I have several of them already done here, so let me show you a couple others. So here was another one I did with the Very Vanilla. And then here's a couple that I did with the Designer Series paper. But the reason I started off with that is because now I have all these pieces for sentiments. So it's like a 2-in-1 die. Now you have all these for your sentiments on your card. Pretty neat, right? Okay, so let's bring in my first card, and I'll explain this one. So you can see this is a piece of Mossy Meadow, 8.5 by 5.5 by 8.5, and then the Designer Series paper in the back is 4 by 5.25. I used that die, and if you can see it right here, it might be kind of hard. Still shots will be on the blog. I glued that down to the Designer Series paper. Then in each of these slots, you can see the Designer Series paper. And then I used the dies that I cut out, these pieces, to stamp. Hey, Vicki, you were able to catch me live. I'm so happy that you were here. And then this right here is I used the our baker's twine, the in colors, for the lures. Did I get that right? Lures, I'm not a fisherman. And there's a congratulations card. And of course the matching envelope. The next one I'm going to show you, and hopefully we'll have time and I'll do this one, is using the outer die and a piece of 11, a 4.25 by 11. And then what I did was I put this die so I could round the edges over that folded piece of cardstock and left a blank piece up here. I'll show you that when we're done. And what that gives you is a rounded edge card. So you can see the edges are rounded. I could have cut this down a little bit more, but now I have a rounded edge card. And you can see that I used the Designer Series paper here. I cut those pieces out. Now I have extra of the Designer Series paper, and I just popped those up on dimensionals. Hi, Tina. So that there's a lot of different ways you can use this set. And of course here I did the matching envelope. So the next card, which is going to be our fun fold card, I'm going to show you, is using a piece of 12 by 12. I think I'm going to use this one. Okay. And I saw this, Karen Titus showed this on one of her videos, and I love this idea. It's called a storybook card. Now, I'm going to show you a variation of that when we're done. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut this paper this way. And I am going to cut this. I got my little cheat sheet here at 5.5. So I'm going to bring that in at 5.5. Don't worry, I'll have the dimensions and a downloadable PDF on my blog and my newsletter. Had to think about that for a minute. Woo, I need some more coffee. Hang on, folks. All right. I'm going to flip that around, and I am going to score that at 1 3/4. And I love the fact that they're easy dimensions. So it's 1 3/4, 4 3/4, 7 3/4. And that's all there is to the base. Now remember, I'm going to show you a variation of this later on. I'm going to go ahead and burnish this. Just like this. Okay. And this is going to be your card base, and you can see it stands up. Hi, Mary Ellen. All right. I don't want to give it away yet. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take this piece and let's see. I'm going to put that aside for a second. Let's do some other pieces. I want to bring out the blue. So even though it doesn't say to use the new Azure, that's what I'm using because I like it. It's nice and bright. I'm going to bring in some pieces from my deckled nested dies. So I got 3 of those and 3 of the white or very vanilla. And that's going to be my stamping. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to make this a Father's Day card. I'm going to bring in that Azure. I'm just going to stamp this off for a second because I had it in green. I'm going to stamp Happy Father's Day. And the next one I'm going to do is So Glad You're My Dad. And the next one I'm going to do is bring in some of those cute little stamps here. I'm going to bring in this, I guess it's a lure. Like I said, I'm not a stamper. I mean, I'm not a fisherman. I am a stamper. I'm going to bring in Pebbled Path. Thank you, Diana. And I'm going to stamp that in Pebbled Path. I'm going to go with, let me grab a piece of scrap paper here. I'm going to stamp that off to the corner. And let's see, I'll do one more. I'll do another one here. Like that. Then I'm going to bring in my blue. I'm going to stamp that right over this. And then grab that inside one. Stamp that right inside there. Okay. Now I have my 3 pieces. These are actually going to get glued right on top. Again, these are the deckled rectangular dies. And I used these 2, just so you know. Whoop. This one is here, and this one is here. And you can layer them as large and small as you'd like. Yes, definitely leave me comments if you have questions. I can answer those later. Promise. I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. I'm going to bring in my base here. And you can open it like that. I mean, you could leave it like that. But what I'm going to do is this piece right here, I am going to glue. So this piece in here, I'm going to glue down. So when you open it now, it's more like a book. You got that page and that page. So this right here, I glued. I'm going to bring in these pieces, and I am going to layer those so that you can't see each one. So this would go here. This one would go here. And then this one, I would bring out just a hair maybe. So it would go like that. So when you flip it, it looks like a book. That would go upside, not upside down though. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue that down. So I am going to glue this first. And then I am going to glue this one right here. So I'm lining it up. You could also, if you wanted to have it hang off, you could. I'm going to line that up just like that. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to glue that one down. Only on two pieces there, halfway. Make sure that's straight. I'm not going to press it down too much. I want to make sure I got it straight. See, I didn't. So let's do that again. I'm going to do this. to fold it back like that. All right. I'm just going to straighten that out myself. A little bit shows it's okay. So again, there's the first page. There's the second page. Now this one you're going to glue all the way inside. Isn't it a great storybook card for Father's Day, retirement? And you can do this with any of your stamp sets. And we're going to layer that right there. So now when they get the card, they open it like this and like this. Again, I'm going to straighten that one out. Looks crooked to me, but maybe it's only my eyes. I'll leave it. So now let's do some decorating. I cut out a lot of pieces ahead of time. So let's just use some of those up. I have a fish here, a couple of fish, but I think the fish can go right here. And the dies, just so you know, there is a fish die right here, which does cut that out. It also cuts out the fish from the paper. So if you were using this as a die, it would cut out that one. The other ones you have to fussy cut. So for now, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to grab a dimensional. Not sure where my take your pick tool is. I know it's on here somewhere. I'm going to put that right up here. I'm going to take a piece of Very Vanilla and do some stamping. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab this one in the petal path. And then I'm going to grab, let's see what other one I want. I want the little one. So we'll grab this one in the petal path. Doesn't matter which way you got it going. I'm going to grab the blue again. Stamp that right in there. I'm going to grab some real red. You love the card and the design. Thank you. So easy to make. Remember, I'm going to show you a variation when I'm done. And I'm just going to lay that right in there. Let's move these out of the way. I'm going to bring in my dies. I mean, there's a lot of dies to this stamp set. Such a great stamp set. That one's going to cut that out. And then, where's my other little guy? Did I lose him? Oh, there he is, right in front of my face. Ooh. So just to remind everybody, we are moving my mom tomorrow. So there'll be, not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. So Sunday I won't have a Scrapbook Sunday class. Okay, so there won't be a video on that tomorrow. Promise I'll be back. I'm just going to lay these two down. Grab my plate. Cut those out. Oh, wait, no. Silly me, I got a plate underneath it. All right, let's line that back up again. I'm having quite the morning, aren't I? This is what happens when you do the videos, the lives early in the morning. Well, it's not really that early, is it? The bobber looks like it could be used as a Christmas ornament. Oh my gosh, yes. What a great idea. Absolutely, I love it. Okay, so let's bring these two pieces in. So yeah, it does look like an ornament. Actually, you could use this as an ornament too for the fisherman in your life, right? All right. I'm going to bring this back in. And I am going to take this one and some baker's twine. I'm going to put a little glue right here for a second to hold that down. I'm going to snip off a piece. And just curl that around like that. I'm going to grab a dimensional. I'm going to lay that right here. Look at that. I'm going to use our rustic metal. And let me grab one, see if one's open. Nope, thought I had one open. I keep them all in my cases here. And there's also the brushed metal, but I'm going to use the rustic metal for this. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? How's Florida? I'm going to pull those out. And since I don't have my take your pick tool, I know it's on the table here. Oh, there it is. I found it. The must-haves. I'm going to take this small one and put that right there. Now I'm going to flip the book open. I just put it on my face. All right, there we go. I'm going to take this little guy. I'll use the blue on this. Again, I'm just going to add a little glue here. And then dimensional. Put that right there. How cute, right? I'm having too much fun. Yeah, I am this morning. And there's my card. Now, of course, we need some more gems. So I'm going to add a few more. I'm going to take the larger ones. I have to remember to take that gem off my face before I go out. Well, I guess he wants to stay there. Come on. I'll put a larger one down here. Maybe one over here. I'm going to grab an envelope. Do some stamping on that. I love the fact that you can use this as a Christmas ball. What a great idea. Okay. And then you can always stamp or put some baker's twine on the envelope if you wanted. But there is the storybook card. Look at that. What do you think? And it stands up. And of course it fits in the envelope. So let me flip the camera for a second so you can see it. So you would be looking at it like this. How do you like that one? Now let me show you a variation. This looks like the same card, right? What I did with this one is I cut the designer series paper down to 5 1/4 instead of 5 1/2. And then I used a quarter piece of cardstock to back that up. Make sense? So now you just have a little bit of that blue showing. And it's also, maybe if you want it a little sturdier, works the same way. Just remember, instead of using the measurements 5 1/2 by 12, you do 5 1/4 by 12. Scoring is the same. Okay, so here's the two. Which one do you like better? I like seeing a little bit more of that blue. What do you think? Let me know which one you like. Again, still shots will be on my blog later today. Okay. So let's do one more so I can show you how I did that other card. So now this is a quarter sheet. I recommend actually using a little bit bigger than a quarter sheet. Okay, so let me just show you the difference. So when I did this card, I used a quarter sheet. I'm going to show you why I said use a little, and it's really, really close. So if you want to give yourself a little bit more leeway, let's grab another piece of cardstock here. Oh, I'm sticking with this blue because I love it. All right, there's a 1/4 sheet. I would maybe go to a half, 4 1/2. And then you're going to score it. I guess this is like getting two fun folds today, huh? Make sure you got that score good. I'm using my fingernail. And then, see, this is what I meant. You have a little bit more on the edges. It's easier to use. Okay, so we are going to bring in the machine here. Don't forget, I'm giving away one of those mini boho blue embossing machines when I hit the number that I need for the next incentive trip, and I'm 3,000 points away, so that's not a lot. And I'm giving it away to everybody, not everybody. One lucky winner will win that. Okay, so I'm sandwiching this in, making sure that you have that top piece. I should be using my painter's tape. I think I used that for something else. Making sure that that is right there. Oh, you love this set? Okay, so there we go. I'm pressing that down, and then I'm going to run it through. Now, I will tell you that it's got to go through 2 pieces of cardstock. So we are going to do it twice. Sorry if the table's jiggling. And now you have a rounded edge card. Okay, that's all there was to that one. Now let's do this. I'm going to grab one of these pieces I already have cut out. So that's going to go there. I'm going to use my liquid glue for this. It's a little bit easier if it comes out. Let me just open this up. And don't forget, you can use this for any card. It doesn't have to be this stamp set. If you have this bundle, whoop, there we go. You can use that cutting to make those rounded edges on any stamp set. Should be using my small silicone mat because this is getting all over. I'm a messy glue person. All right, I'm going to lay this right down here, just like that. And then from these other pieces that I've already cut out, I have all these pieces. And this is where I'm going to use my vanillas. So I'm just going to flip over, see which ones I want to use here. That's the same size as that, so we're going to go with that one. This would go inside here. You need this big guy. He can go in there. I like the fish, so we're going to put the fish right there. And let's see, what other one do I want to use? I guess I'll use this one. Whoop, need the longer one, so look for the longer one. This one. There we go. So basically, I'm just cutting a bunch of these out, and then I'm going to pop those in a shadow box. Yep, it looks like a shadow box. We are going to go ahead and add some dimensionals. This one's going to get stamped. Tools of the trade. You need your paper trimmer. You definitely need to take your pick tool. I have several because, as you can see, I usually lose them somewhere on my table. We're going to take this one. Yeah, I love that die. Just makes such a nice card. And then the fishies. I also love this new azure blue. Put that right back in there. Here's the one I'm going to stamp on. I'm not going to use So Glad You're My Dad. I think I'm going to use Happy Retirement. Fits nicely in there. And I'll also pop that one out, or up, with dimensionals. Hi, Darcy. So glad you could join us. Okay, and let's see what we have in here. I have a couple pieces already cut out, so that's what we'll use. I did fussy cut a couple of these fish, so I'm going to use that. I have 2 lures, so we'll use those. And again, I'm going to bring in my baker's twine. Just going to roll that around my fingers a couple times. Going to grab this and a little glue. To hold that in place for a second. I can cut this later. I know I put a lot on there, but and then I'm just gonna layer that on here. Let me get a glue dot. Let's see, I should have a glue dot up here. Yeah, I have some leftovers from my paper pumpkin. I want that to stay down, so I'm just going to take a glue dot and hold that in place. I'm going to grab these fishies. Have them right there. So it looks like he's going towards it. And then let's see, I'm going to grab one of these little guys, put it right there. I'm going to grab some of the larger ones, add them right there. And maybe a small one right there. You know how I love my gems. Look at that. Oh yeah, definitely. You got all these nice pieces. So I said start out with that die using these, the very vanilla, and then you have places to stamp your sentiments. Okay, now for the inside, let me just show you. This is a 4 1/4 by 5, and you can see that it doesn't quite fit. So what you can do is you can take this die again, okay, and just round off those edges, just like I did before. Just move it up a little bit. So let's do that. And you're gonna have to, you might have to trim it just a hair. All right, so I'm gonna take that die one more time. I'm gonna bring it up, leaving a pretty good space there. Definitely use your Post-it notes. I never seem to have them when I need them. And now you have the rounded edges for the inside, and it fits right up there, right to the bottom, and just a little bit of blue showing. Since I got my dirty hands all over that, let's flip it over and put congratulations, or congrats. We're going to do a fish. Oop, we're going to do a lure here. And here's the inside to the fish. Oh, that one doesn't, oh yeah, there it is. Okay. And I'm gonna ink this off once, stamp it off once. As soon as I find a piece of paper, there we go. I want it just a little bit lighter. There we go. And then I'm going to put it down on my card. Oh, that's okay, Holly. Don't forget to catch the replay. You'll want to see that storybook card. So bringing that in and lining that up at the bottom with just a little bit of the blue showing. There we go. And there we have another card. And of course, I can just grab some of these and do some more stamping. And now I have an envelope. So again, don't forget that large die to round off your edges of your cards. So there are the two. I hope you enjoyed these. Still shots, give me some time. They will be on my blog. All the links are below. If you'd like to join my team, I'd love to have you. My team, by the way, let me just flip back real quick for a second and show you something. Where is it? This. Okay, so my online monthly fun fold class, you get 6 cards, 3 designs, 2 of each. My team members get the video and the downloadable PDF, not the card kits, for free. So there's another perk to being on my team, and we'd love to have you. So there are those two. Let's look at the storybook card again. That's with the backing. If you like it backed, then you want to do it 5 1/4. Here is just the designer series paper, no backing, and that you would do it 5 1/2. I hope you enjoyed today's live. And if you have any comments or questions, please ask. I do get back to everyone. And I think that's it for now. Let me know which one was your favorite, okay? And until next time, keep on stamping.